Now, the F8 Lightning has been getting talked about a lot recently due to Fleet Week. We've seen it in a lot of advertising right now with the Squadron 99 video that we've seen. And we've seen it in the advert as a picture in the top left. I did do a video on it and showing the picture of the F8 Lightning. Now this is of course getting talked about because will it go on sale? Will CIG sell this for X amount of money? And of course people don't want this to happen. People might want to have this happen, and I'm going to be talking about that. Also going to be talking about what's this chip good for, and my basic thoughts on the ship itself, and regardless of it getting sold or not getting sold. And this is what this video is going to be talking about. It's also going to be talking about, should it get sold? That's going to be the first thing, and then the second thing I'm going to go on basically a normal my thoughts video. So should this ship be sold? Well, it doesn't matter how much. I'm not talking about that. Should it be sold? In my opinion, I wouldn't like it being sold. The reason why is because this is a ship that I think is going to be devalued. And the reason why a lot of people probably like the ship is because it's quite rare. Do you see the ship everywhere? No, you're not going to be able to see the ship everywhere. And if you want to earn the ship, you have to go through Squadron 42. And people might want that. They might want this like rarity running around, like say, hey, look, I've completed Squadron 42. I had to go and get this, and even have the ability to buy the ship in game. I think that's a perfect reason on why you don't want this ship to be sold. For me, it's the same reason. I personally am not that interested in the ship because I'm not interested in fighting ships, but I would definitely, if I see someone in the ship, I'm going to know what he's done. He's got through Squadron 42, and that he's done it in this way, or he's spent 10,000 in the concierge. Yes, I got it here. Can get a wing commander rank. I think that's what it's called. 10,000 US dollar. That is a lot of money. Technically, it is already being sold, but for a lot of money. But then I'm going to basically see this guy and go, okay, this guy's spent over 10,000, or he's actually gone through and actually did the Squadron 42 campaign, and he's earned it that way. Now, I like to look at the other side of the point sometimes when it comes to arguments, when it comes to these discussions, and why would you want to buy the ship in on the market, on the CIG's website, instead of working through Squadron 42? The biggest one, some people might not want to play Squadron 42. I think a lot of people who I listen to and watch YouTube videos, generally the bigger YouTube videos, they all they all say, I like Squadron 42, but I want the PU. I want Star Citizen, the open world MMO game, more than the Squadron 42. And I can definitely see a lot of people saying this and saying, I don't want to even touch Squadron 42. I don't want to buy this game for Squadron 42. I'm going to completely ignore that game and just play the PU. And in that light, yes, okay, they want the F8 Lightning to be sold, because if they don't want to go and play Squadron 42 and get to that point where you can get the F8 Lightning, or play enough to even get to the F8 Lightning, but they want the F8 Lightning, they want this ship to be sold because of that reason. I can definitely see that to being a reason, in my opinion. I respect that, but mostly I don't agree with that. But hey, I'm just trying to look at somebody else's view on this, and yeah, well, this could be a reason why people might want this ship to be sold. Now, does CIG want to sell the ship? There's a good reason that CIG might not want to sell the ship. Now, a lot of people might go, what do you mean, Luke? Of course they want to sell the ship. This ship can give them money, can give them more revenue. I can counter that and say, well, hang on a minute. This could also be a bad thing with CIG going forward. Let's say they don't want to sell the ship. Oh, the people, like I just said, who want this ship but don't want to play Squadron 42, now they're going to go, okay, well, I'm going to play Squadron 42 because I want this F8 Lightning. That could definitely be a possibility. And then they might play the game, and then when they play the game, they play Squadron 42, and they might go, okay, this ended up being a good game. This actually ended up being quite entertaining for me. I enjoyed it. They're going to go and tell their mates, hey, Squadron 42 was actually good, by the way. I recommend this game to you. I think you should try it out, pick it up. And so they go and buy Squadron 42, and they go and enjoy the game. They might not enjoy the game, but then they go and say, okay, actually, yeah, this was a good thing. I'm going to recommend other people about Squadron 42. So yeah, this could still. For CIG, it's not just all about, okay, let's get the money out just because of the ship. This could be a marketing tool to say, okay, if you want to get the ship, you're going to have to go through Squadron 42, meaning you have to buy the ship, and then it means like people might actually enjoy Squadron 42, and CIG could get money that way. So it's not like they're losing money for not selling the ship. There actually could be a marketing tool to say, you've got to buy Squadron 42 to get the ship. So will CIG sell this ship? No, that's the thing. What I'm gonna say. I think all this marketing ploy of the F8 Lightning is only because it makes sense for the lore of what's happening in the first place. Fleet Week. This is a week where the UEE want to advertise and get people to recruit and come into the army. Why would you put your worst ships, like an old Hornet, like old Gladius ships, in the forefront of this huge show that's meant to represent you and meant to represent the UEE's might, if you would, of the army? Why would you put the crappy old ships? Why not get an F8 Lightning, your superior, superiority fighter, that is supposed to be, it's a super space superiority fighting ship. That's what's the whole point of this ship. Why not put this as a full front, straight up in a full front in front of everything, and say this is our ship. This is what you're going to be doing when you recruit into UEE. You're going to be. This is the ships that we got. This is how powerful we are as a nation, as a galactic empire, whatever you want to call this thing. So yeah, I think logically advertising this in the lore respective, this is perfectly fine for them to do so, and it doesn't just mean okay they're going to sell the ship. I think this is just logically what it is in the lore of the Star Citizen, and yeah, I think this is just normal, and I don't expect this ship to be sold just because they're advertising it a lot. Now, my thoughts on the ship itself. I'm not talking about is it going to be sold. I'm talking about once you get it in your hands, because we are going to have it in our hands at one point if you go through Squadron 42. What my thoughts on the ship? Is it compared to any other ships? Should you buy this ship? Who are the people going to buy in a ship? Now, like I said, this ship was designed for super space superiority fighting ship, mostly against the Vandal. So it's one of the most powerful ships in the game when it comes to fighting. That's the F8A I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the C. We can't really know what's coming out right now for the C because they haven't shown us what's going to be on it. We know that what the F8A's got. Let me just go quickly. They've got something like 6 guns on it, turrets on them, a lot of missiles, and a lot of guns. Basically, just a ton of guns, a ton of missiles. It's got a lot of firepower. Yep. A lot of like repeaters and auto laser firepower. That's all good, but it doesn't really help us that much because that's the ship we're not going to be using in the PU. That's the ship we're going to be using in Squadron 42. So really, saying all that stuff, it's like, well, that's not what's coming out. It could have the F8 Lightning, it could only have 2 guns coming out. It could only have 4 guns coming out. It might not have the turret. It might not have the guns. Might have weaker guns, smaller guns. It might have less missiles, less everything, less shields, less components, less armor, and that's what's going to be happening anyway. F8C will be a lot lower, a lot weaker than what we already know for the F8A. So, however, I believe that the ship's still going to be one of the best ships. Yeah, it's going to be weaker than what we know right now, but it doesn't mean it's going to be weak in a sense of what we also can get. So when it comes to the Super Hornet, when it comes to the Sabre, when it comes to the Vanguard, I think the ship's going to be able to compare to these ships in the future. I can't really compare them right now because we haven't seen this ship in the game. We haven't seen what's actually going on these ships really, when it comes to how quick it's going to be, how powerful it's going to be, how strong it's going to be. You know, we don't know yet. We can't really speculate. All I can speculate is that this ship is going to be in that range because it's what it's designed to do. You know, it's like I said with the Hercules. This ship has still got to have that, you know, design that it's going to be a super space superiority fighting ship. It's still going to have that design in its core. It's just not going to be as good as the F8A. So who's going to be taking this ship? I think the people who are going to want this ship is going to be big orgs. Definitely big orgs. This is more. The ship's not more for bounty hunting. If you look at the Cutlass Blue that's just been announced and is out now, that's a bounty hunting ship. Look at the Vanguard, that has a bit more flexibility when it comes to who's going to be flying the ship. I think the Super Hornet has been said that it could be a bounty hunting ship in the future. The F8, I don't see that. I see this ship to be very one-sided to shooting other ships down. And who are going to be wanting to shoot other ships down? Big orgs. Big orgs are going to want to do big fights. They're going to want to get territory around the whole verse, the whole universe. And I think that the best ship that can do it is going to be like the Hornets. It's going to be like the Sabre the Sabres. It's just called Sabre. I'll keep saying Comet. And it's going to be, maybe in the future, the F8 Lightning. Why? Because the F8 Lightning is designed to do this already. It's designed to go on Idrises. It's designed to be on a Javelin. It's designed to be on the Bengal carriers. It means that you can store this ship in the Idris, deploy this ship as quick as possible, and get out there. You can't really. I don't know how big the angle is going to be to the Vanguard and all that, but really, this is the ship. This is what you're going to want to do. It's going to be the best at it, I believe. That's what it's designed for, and it's the most update, really, in my opinion. It's probably the only ships that can probably come close to it are the Sabres and the Hornets, the most updated Hornet, the Super Hornet and stuff. Don't know. I can't say right now if that's the case. It could be an absolute trash bag. That could be an absolute possibility. It's going to be an absolute trash. So should this ship see any other thing? Should anybody else think about this ship? If you're not an org, if you like the ship, go for it. I say that to any other ship. If you like it, but you don't want to play that, but you really like it, go for it. Get it. But really, if you bounty hunting, I don't think you're going to be good at doing that, because I don't know if you're going to be able to store it in any human in the future. What else is there to really do? Mission gameplay? Well, again, we're better off doing missions in a Cutlass Blue, for example, because again, you're not really using the F8 Lightning to its best of its ability. So really, when it comes to this ship, it could be very focused to one side. Depending on how people are going to use this in the future, we don't know. But to me, you're going to want the ship to go out and destroy other ships. So maybe pirating, but then again, if you're doing pirating, you're going to want to take that cargo. So maybe you can outfit it to be doing that, but then again, there's other ships that can do it better than what the FA Lightning can do, because they could be more designed to do pirating. So really, I think the best option for this ship is all gameplay. It's big battles and just having fun in these big PvP style battles that could give you territory for your big org, and you're going to want to deploy it from an Idris, and you're going to want to deploy it from a Javelin, because it probably can't go that far when it comes to traveling to A, B to C to D, you know. So you're going to want help with an Idris, you're going to want help with the Javelin. So I really think that this ship kind of has a one-sided affair. That's my opinion. If you have an opinion on if you think otherwise, please put in the comments and just tell me that you think otherwise. So yeah. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, press the like button. If you dislike the video, press the dislike button. If you want to comment on your opinion about the ship, does it want to go on? Do you want it to be on sale? Don't you want it to be at the sale? Do you think of my opinion on it just being good for a carrier ship, and you think it's good for anything else? Put it in the comments. I would like to have a discussion with you. I'm not going to try to belittle you or like make fun of you or try to get people to attack you. I'm not that guy. Just look at my Mercury star on a lot of comments of people disagreeing with me and me just going, okay, yeah, I understand. So that if you want to subscribe, press the subscribe button. I have a lot more content on my YouTube channel. I think the best one I've done so far is the cargo deck video. That was my best one, so if you go and watch that one if you think, and then maybe go watch my star run video and see how bad that one came up to be. Thank you for watching.